Courtside here at the WEC, Matt Province joined by men's basketball assistant RaShawn Stores. And let me tell you something, this has been about 70 hours maybe, going back to Thursday night, of some of the best basketball the Highlanders have played really in a while, knocking off number one, knocking off number two. First of all, congratulations, and let me know what it feels like to see all your labor, the fruits coming to bloom.
It's amazing. You know, these young men come in every day and work hard. You wouldn't know we were 1-7 2 days ago. So we just kept grinding and just fighting every day.
You know, you mentioned that because I asked Tariq Francis courtside on Thursday. I said, you know, 1-7, a lot of new guys, a lot of different pieces. Some teams could go one way. What is it about this team that gives them that confidence to keep fighting, scrapping, and clawing? What do you see that makes that happen?
I think they're just growing up. You got to remember, a lot of upperclassmen been in and out the lineup, so you have non-freshmen, but I think they're just growing up. They're bonding, and they handling adversity together. So all the ups and downs, they've been in the battles together, and now they just staying together, and they know what it takes.
And you've had adversity. Here we go. Rewind a minute. Thursday announced before the game that Kel DeGraff, who was getting a lot of minutes playing the best basketball of his NJIT career, goes out. But you got Elijah Buchanan back. What has he meant, and what does he continue to mean, other than the box score, of course, from tonight? But what has he meant to this team?
He means a lot. You know, his senior leadership, he can actually, you know, he scores the ball well, and the guys believe in him. So especially when you lose Cal, but then you get back another senior scorer, someone that can create, and someone that the guys believe in, that's big time.
And then they're believing in a freshman who talk about developing before our own eyes. Tariq Francis has become one of the coolest scorers in the conference because not one shot looks like any other shot he makes, whether it's mid-range, driving, three-pointers, scoops, banks, floaters, whatever it is. Why has he been able so quickly in his career to accelerate to the level he has offensively?
A lot of it has to do with his teammates and our staff. Like, we continue to just trust him. He puts in the work. These young men we do a lot of player development throughout the week, and they just believe in each other, and they give him the confidence.
I want to rewind back a little bit, too, to a conversation I had with your boss, the head coach, Grant Billmeyer. Right before the season started, he said, you know, anytime you have all these new pieces coming together, a couple transfers, some holdovers, freshmen, he goes, sometimes I feel like the defense is the last to really sink in. After that Vermont 40 minutes of incredible effort, I mean, it was, you know, quite frankly unbelievable. What has it clicked? Where is it? Why? And what's been the key to making that defense become a strong suit of what you guys do?
I continue to say they just growing up. They starting to understand scouting better, schemes better. Now they taking the defensive end serious. Whereas before in high school or AAU, you can get away with little things. In college, everybody's scouting, and you got to know the little things to the T.
Not just the guys that play the big minutes or get the headlines. We've talked about Buchanan. We've talked about Francis. We talked about Hess a good share of the first half of the season. They've really clamped down on him. But the depth on this team. When you're a coach and you can look down and feel confident with freshmen like Lowell, I mean, Akintolu had a big block of Max Brooks late in the game. Where do you feel you are in terms of depth and maybe reliability on guys that in the beginning of the year you weren't sure were going to be part of the equation?
Early on, like I said, we went through a lot of ups and downs with injuries with seniors. So these young guys was able to get in and get some big-time minutes, and I think that comes a long way, and it builds confidence. Like I say, they come in every day, and they play, and they always together. It's about a bond.
Yeah, and it's a bond between coaches, and I know you guys are hardworking. I hear all the stories, et cetera. I've been there before. Tell me, from a coaching perspective, what your mentality is like. Now that you've had a couple of big wins, you know, was a grind there for a while. You were in a lot of games. And was it the 22-point comeback that turned around? But what has been able to make you guys feel more comfortable, more confident in what you guys are doing?
You just got to continue to be positive. When you're positive around these young men, they continue to give back. So the more positive you are, the harder they're going to go for you and for each other. So I think in adversity, you got to discipline through love, and I think that's what we've been able to do.
It seems like the team love each other.
Yes.
This is a team, you know, really, from the guys who don't play all the way to the guys who get the big minutes. So then that leads me to the last question. Are you having fun yet?
Oh, no, it's always fun. You know, the grind is always fun. This is our first year, like I said, and we have a lot of young guys mixing with older guys who've been battling injuries, but the grind is always fun, especially when you come out and win 2 big games like this back-to-back. So.
Oh, man, I want you to go enjoy it with your troops, and I'll leave you with this comment, too. I've been around this program really the entire time it's been Division I. Even with the record, throw that out before these 2 wins on this homestand. the effort that you get from these guys on both ends of the floor, night in, night out. I'm going to credit you and, of course, the rest of your colleagues, Grant Billmeyer and their staff, but certainly these guys have bought in. I think the buy-in is always the key, and I think we're there.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, RaShawn, go get him. Celebrate now for a while, and then we'll see you next. Good luck as you move forward.
Thank you.
All right, assistant coach RaShawn Stores as the Highlanders get their second big upset in as many days at home, knocking off UMass Lowell here from the WEC in Newark, New Jersey.